I know you guys miss this music at the beginning of class. Okay, maybe you don't miss the music at the beginning of class, but I miss seeing you guys walk into the classroom. I miss being able to check in with you face to face and wish that I could do that right now. Feel free to reach out via Google Meetups when I have those, or via email, and just let me know how you're doing. I'd love to hear from you, and let me know if you have any questions. I wanted to touch base since this is our first week of remote learning that starts tomorrow. So you will have weeks laid out from a Wednesday to a Wednesday. So tomorrow starts week 1. It'll go from April 1st through April 7th. And right now we are currently still in 5A, which is what we were doing before all this happened. So that means you are talking about the preterite, the I to Y changes, and the STEM changers, as well as your 5A vocab that talks about natural disasters and related topics. On April 1st, tomorrow, your first assignment, so to speak, will be a Google form that's just checking in with you guys to make sure you have the materials you need, see how you're doing, how your time in this quarantine has been, and that will be your first graded assignment that we will take attendance with. So you'll do the Google form, and then that is due by Friday, April 3rd at 3 p.m. So Friday the 3rd, 3 p.m., make sure you get that form done so we can take attendance. Attendance will be taken every Friday, and it will typically be based on how many assignments you've done, how much work you've actually put in and just shown up and done stuff. Obviously, the first one that we do is quicker because we only have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so that's why we're doing the Google form. So make sure you do that. Then on the 2nd, you will have a day to study all of your 5A stuff. So you'll be reviewing your 5A vocab, you will be reviewing the preterite, tense, and you'll be reviewing your transition words. All of that will help you with the assessments coming up. So your 5A vocab will help you with your listening and reading assessments, and the preterite and transition words will help you with the writing piece. We've broken those assessments into 3 days, so don't panic. On Friday the 3rd, you'll do the listening portion of the test. On Monday the 6th, you'll do the reading portion, and then on Tuesday the 7th, you'll do the writing portion of the test. That writing will not count as a district writing like we were going to have it count as. It'll just be part of your 5A grade because we can't really do it with the efficacy that we want to do it with, so it's not going to be the same. But you still need to do it so we can see how you're doing with your writing. So hopefully breaking those tests into 3 segments will be helpful to you and won't be stressful in any way. We don't want to stress you guys out. That's the last thing we want to do. And I think that what we've come to is a good agreement on how this will be easier and you'll feel more supported. So that's what this first week looks like. Hopefully you guys are doing okay with feeling comfortable knowing most of that 5A vocab and the preterite since we spent quite a bit of time in it before all this happened. Just as a quick review, remember when you're talking about things in the preterite, you can be talking about things that you had to do, like tuvimos que hablar con mis amigos. We had to speak with, or con los amigos, we had to speak with our friends. Tuvimos que practicar deportes. We had to practice sports. You can say things like, mi gato se cayó de la cama. My cat fell off the bed. You can say, el huracán destruyó el edificio. The hurricane destroyed the building. So things like that is what we've been talking about. And remember that when you're talking about things that were ongoing in the past, that's when we use the imperfect. You don't have to necessarily be able to navigate that really well, but I do want you guys to be aware of the difference. And I think you recognize that from when you did your childhood project. Like you might talk about, estaba en mi casa cada día. I was in my house every day when you were growing up, as opposed to estuve en mi casa ayer. I was in my house yesterday. So just making the connection between knowing when to use the imperfect and when to use the preterite. That is something we were going to teach you in great depth before all this happened, and we've backed off from that because it's too hard to do remotely. But just know that something you should have a little bit of a grasp on because we have talked about it before. I think that's it. I don't want to ramble on and on. Just know that you can reach out to me as needed. Please check Google Classroom tomorrow morning. It will all be up. I'm going to work on it tonight and get it all loaded into Google Classroom. But by tomorrow morning when you start working on work, you'll have all your assignments there. So stay strong. Let me know if you need anything, and I will hopefully talk to you soon. Take care.